that moment of realization, the off switch. Welcome to the Mystic Birb. We're going to be doing a pick a card reading in regards to how you can let shit go. We've got 4 different piles for you guys to choose from today. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feel free to pause if you need more time to pick your pile. Really focus on the prompt of what kind of ish do I need to let go of? How can I process this? And then we've got some fun things for you to actually hold on to and really think about those. So we're gonna do some hard work today. Hope you guys are ready to get your hands dirty because we're doing this. Anyway, description has the timestamp, so just scroll down when you're ready. We'll see you at your reading. Well, hey there, group 1. I hope you are doing well today and in good spirits. You guys picked a very moody deck, so I don't know what to think about this just yet. But we are going to be working hard today, going through a long list of shit that you got to let go. And if you like this style of reading, be sure to check out the shorts because I will be posting pick-a-card readings all about letting shit go throughout this week. So be sure to check back if you like that. All right, we're gonna get into those in just a little bit because that's all the good stuff that we're gonna be holding on to because it's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna shuffle real quick and then we'll talk about what all the cards mean. Okay. Damn, group 1, that's all I have to say right now. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, King of Wands, King of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the Hanged Man. You got some heavy shit we're going to be letting go of. All right, I hope you guys are ready. Get your hydration cup, your notepad, all the things. Because we've got some stuff to unpack. We're going to be letting shit go. You're going to be letting shit go. I'm just here to hype you up, okay? So you got this. We got this. We'll do this. Okay. Society's nonsensical rules that you have been living by. Ace of Wands. First off, I think this is really interesting because it kind of gives me the vibe of everybody's cheering on this King of Cups right here. Just keep that in mind because that's where I'm going to be going with all of this. You have been told all of your life that you have to start from the bottom to work your way up, that you have to pay your dues, that in order to be successful, you have to grovel at somebody else's feet. You don't need to be kissing anybody's shoes. Get up off the floor. Come on now. Let's let that idea go. You know what you need to be doing. There's some passion deep down inside of you that is screaming to be let out. You need to do this, okay? And it's something that you are very emotionally connected to. So you need to stop telling yourself that you have to pay your dues, work as an unpaid intern, blah, 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 blah. There are so many different ways that you can learn your craft, your skills, even grow your business knowledge. And you can find it all over online. Creative Live is one that offers some really cool free live courses that you can watch. That's just an idea. But hone your skills. You don't need to be groveling. Instead, use your time to make yourself more valuable, and then come back into the game as what's up? I'm king here. So, all right. So keep that in mind, group 1. 2, you know better. Stop gaslighting yourself. Ace of Cups. Oh, my dog just moaned super loud in the background. She's mad at you. She says, what the fuck, bro? Ace of Cups. It's you have not been paying into yourself. You've been doing the best service job for other people that you've forgotten that you need to oil your own cogs, your gears, your things. You need to be paying into yourself. This is the vampire drinking some blood. Drink some blood, bro. Let's go. You have been putting too much energy into everybody else, and I bet you're probably feeling a little burnt out, a little emotional, a little raw. may get triggered really quickly by what people are saying to you. So if you're triggered right now, calling you out. Just keep that in mind. How can you spend more time for yourself? Like, what have you been pushing off? Have you not been getting your for fun reading in? Or have you not been taking the time to do your self-care routine that you used to do and really loved back in the day? Or did you stop playing video games because you're now too adult for it? Something. You are missing something that brings a lot of joy to you and allows you to kind of process all the shit that you go through and allows you to give space for yourself to refuel so that you can show up when you do have to show your worth to other people. And you have to use all of your energy to be like, I am the light. I am what's shining in this space. Like, you have to replenish your own needs before you can put your best foot forward. All right. Letting go of grudges. King of Cups. Oh, that's an interesting placement. I didn't even realize that. I feel like when you have disagreements with people, that it goes hard. Like yelling, egos are hurt. I don't see you as the kind of person that, is throwing things or is violent, but you probably give them the silent treatment. You're like, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to go sip my whiskey and mind my own business. And the other person's like, I feel really shut out now because we were just trying to have a conversation about who needs to be doing the dishes. And this is bullshit that we're both tired after work and you're isolating over there drinking while I got to do all the chores. Like, isolation, removing yourself from the situation has its place, but you have to go about it right. And my favorite example is Marshall and Lily from How I Met Your Mother, because they would get into these arguments or these battles or, just having it out with each other. And instead of just screaming at each other and saying things that they don't mean, they looked at each other, honored that this is a tense moment and I don't want to hurt your feelings. Can we pause? Can we pause until we are more at a level-headed space where we can communicate about this and not attack each other? Because that's a huge difference. You can talk about things, but if you're talking about things from a standpoint of I'm right and you're wrong and you fucked up and you need to just grovel like that, you're not going to get anywhere with that. Even if you are right, you're not going to get anywhere with that because the other person's going to shut down. All right. So until you are able to hear the other person out for their side of things and, understand that you may not have been right at all times, like you're not ready to come back and have this conversation. But you can't just slam the door in somebody's face, push block, ghost, whatever, because you didn't like how this person said or did something to you and it's actually a really important relationship to you and maybe you need to think about this because you're sitting here getting a reading from some random stranger on the internet who's now yelling at you about this. But you cannot isolate yourself. Your heart needs these people, needs these friends. You need those dragons, boo. Like, you cannot just shut down or you will not have friends. And that's hard to hear. And I'm sorry that we got to have this conversation. But it's worth writing out why you feel like you need to isolate, and why you feel you were scorned. Are these real in the sense of like everybody in society would agree that the other person is the a-hole? Or did your ego get hurt? Did you get kicked in the shin by somebody else who was like, you were acting really dumb right now? Sometimes we act out of line and we have to own up to it. That's kind of part of living, and my kids can do it. We're all adults here. We could do it too, right? you just have to own up to it sometimes. And you also, if that's not your message and it's more of you just feel like you can't relate to people and you feel like everybody that you've let in has been a waste of your time and has taken advantage of you and you just gave them too much and you got burned in the situation. If that's your thing, evaluate why you let people in so hard, because you can't be upset at somebody else who never had the intention to show up and you went 150%, right? If they didn't show you that they wanted to show up for this friendship and you just went full send into it, that was your choice. And good on you, because I feel like everybody deserves a friend like that. And not very many of us are wise enough to go, oh shit, this is a really valuable friend or person in my life. But you need to be recalling your energy, right? You need to be paying into yourself. And if these things didn't work out, that you were holding grudges towards like friends who had taken advantage of you, or maybe there's just bad blood, it's time to really pay into yourself, because the only one that is suffering from all this bitter is you. Everybody else is kind of like, okay, well, they're going to be off doing their own thing. They're not going to be talking to me anymore, so I'm going to go live my life. Don't be like that, because there was love there. There are feelings there. That's why you're sitting here still watching this. There are feelings. So what are you going to do about it? But we are going to be letting go of loyalties to undeserving people. So if that is your story, where people have been taking advantage of you and just kind of sucking you dry, not in the fun way, it is time to kind of put up your personal space bubble. I don't really know how other ways to say that. It's like, so this Seven of Wands, I always get that feeling of there is the opportunities and everything you need on the cliff that is right across this raging river from where you're standing. And you can get there, but there's this really, really sketchy rope that looks like it might break if you do it. So you got to think of another way. You got to look around, and you also have to remember that, like, you can't take everything with you or you're going to break this rope. So you are allowing your heart to heal and pay into yourself, right? And you recognize that you can't take certain people with you. If you are carrying people that just are not going to be showing up for you in the way that you would like, just let them go. Instead of sitting here and just spending all of your energy on being that super awesome person towards them and they're not showing you anything in return, shit, maybe even they're stealing from you, let them go, because you need to get across this raging river. You need to get to the other side, so you can't have extra weight tying you down. But when you do get to the other side, you are going to reach that the supplies that you need, the drinking water that you need, the good, non-polluted blood that you need to survive. You're gonna reach it, but you do have to stay guarded, and it's like, one of the decks I have, the imagery is this person and she's meditating inside of a snow globe and everybody else has their wands pointed at her. It's like she's on her own wave, doing her own damn thing. Everybody else can, I guess they can stand there and watch her, but like, she's not even of this realm right now. She's in a different universe. That's a good kind of isolation. It's like, miss me with your shit. That's good. Like I said, don't be slamming doors in people's face, but speak your mind. Say what you have to say. If they've burned the bridge, let them know. And unapologetically walk away if they're not going to level up to where you are and be there for you in the ways that you need, that you've communicated that you needed, and the ways that you show up for them. Don't be asking for shit that you're not willing to give to other people. Do you understand that? Do not do that. You need to show up for them in the ways that you expect them to show up for you. Okay? But you have a big ass heart and you should protect that. You shouldn't just let anybody walk in and show up and be like, oh, okay, I'll let you be my sugar daddy. Like, okay. No, because they want something from you, and it's not the authentic, unadulterated commitment that you're giving. You know, like they want something else from you, which everybody is looking for something in every kind of relating that you have. Somebody sticks around because they're gaining something out of it, you know, and yourself included. But you gotta put yourself first in ways, you know, is it healthy for you or is it cause you to go into toxic anxiety spirals? I'm not really seeing that as much as I'm seeing burnout. And so you may love the job, you may love the location, you may love the person that you've been in a relationship forever with, or friends that you've been hanging out with since school days. But if they are not nurturing you as much as you are nurturing them, and it is causing you to feel disgruntled about the connection, it is time for you to reevaluate what it is that you want. And these are your boundaries, all right? And stick to them. And it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be awkward conversations. And if you were going to people and expecting them to change overnight, that's not going to happen. You need to have compassion when you are asking people who are set in their ways to change, just like I have compassion for you right now, okay? Hanged Man. This would be for stop being a good little sub. This is your house, which is freaking hilarious that this dude is upside down in a cage. But I really do think that you have chosen to give a lot of your time and energy towards everybody else around you to the point of where you've burnt out because you do get joy in it. It's your love language. It's how you show that you are committed to something is you show up and you give that 150%. And you have that big, giant King of Cups heart. Like I said, you just need to take a different approach and really do start giving that energy back to yourself because that is the only way that you are going to survive any of this and feel like you've accomplished something at the end of the day. Because talk to anybody who works 12 hours a day for somebody who never says thank you. That's a hard day's work. Just that alone. Not even considering what you're actually doing. Like when you show up and you work hard and somebody doesn't even acknowledge it, ouch. You deserve to be acknowledged, all right? And maybe this time is telling you to self-reflect, like, yes, service is my love language, but pause, how do they treat me? Do they deserve my service? Okay? Letting go of that inner critic. King of Wands. Okay, so this is kind of what I was feeling is like you are choosing to allow others to dictate your opportunities to you because you, like these two, you are in this space of feeling like you are still an apprentice. And you need to stop that. You need to stop allowing your inner bully to tell you this because you do know what you need to do in order to be successful. You do know that you have to constantly learn and spend time on learning new things in order to progress your skills. You do know that in order to have a successful business, you have to show up every day and work your butt off and be reliable and et cetera, et cetera. You do know that a healthy ego will get you a lot farther than a quick tongue. All right? You need to embrace that, really combat that inner critic that you have because they're telling you that you don't deserve your own energy and time and that it's selfish and that it shouldn't take you that long to refuel your own batteries or other people have done this and it's selfish to demand that you deserve better or these kind of things. But you do deserve better, all right? You do. If it is making you super unhappy, if it is something that has you just in that doom and gloom, Why do you think you deserve that? Explain that to me. Yeah, okay. You don't actually have to explain that. I won't ask you to leave that in comments, but evaluate that. Letting go of heartache. Ace of Pentacles. Paying into yourself. I think that you need a self-care fund if you don't already have one. So these are things like face masks, gas to go to the beach to just sit and have a picnic with yourself, new bath bombs, new candles, and maybe you've rented a movie. Like, you need to pay into yourself and these wonderful experiences that you've wanted to have, maybe that you were hoping that other people would enjoy as much as you enjoy. I don't know about you, but sometimes things are better when you don't have that expectation of, like, maybe they will like it too, or the letdown if they don't. You just get to enjoy these things because you enjoy these things. You need to pay into you. And maybe this self-care fund includes things like therapy. If that's the case, hell yeah. Hell yeah. The one who's going to benefit from that the most is you. And having a big heart is as much a blessing as it is a curse. So I love you, group one, but don't let people walk all over you. Also, don't isolate yourself if they've hurt your feelings, because you do need to communicate it. Maybe write it out a few times. Think about it before you say it, because words are a very powerful thing. All right, we're gonna get into the things you actually need to hold on to. Yes, we did all this dirty work, but some things you need to hold on to. We'll get to this one at the very end. But for friends, the things you need to hold on to. I giggled when I saw this. We've got the Two of Cups, which is love. And the 10 of Wands in reverse, which is, in this card it says oppression, but I always think of like burnout too. And I really do think this is like a relationship where somebody's being like closing doors in people's faces and just having a dramatic good time, screaming fits, and like it's a best friend who feels like family, or might be family, or a lover who feels like you've known them forever. But there's just something going on. But I think that you guys need to remember that you both feel so passionately about this because there is love here. Okay, and you fuel each other, and it sometimes might be like fire and water, right? It might end up being more steamy or just than you want, but when it's right, it's really right. So how do you nurture those moments? How do you have more of those moments? Well, one thing is you talk about it. Okay, so don't be afraid to talk to this person. And it's like, hey, when we do these things together, it really makes me feel seen, or I really enjoy this quality time that we have together because we're both in this energy or space, and it's so uplifting for me. It's such a change of pace to my regular everyday thing that I'm doing, and I really cherish this. You know, don't be afraid to use your words and let somebody else know how you feel. Sometimes it's, bad or awkward, and it's okay to say I don't really like doing these things too, because that allows opportunity for you to look at other things to do together. All right, so self. What you should be holding on to as far as self. 3 of Wands, virtue. You have to stay true to your heart. I understand if you were feeling kind of like you must guard yourself, you must give this person silent treatment, or you are being taken advantage of, or all of this stuff. Don't come from a place of revenge. Okay, the King of Cups too. He's really good at that. He's really good at holding grudges, being bitter, coming from a place of, oh yeah, well, if you're gonna do that to me, then watch what I can do to you. Drop that. Don't do that ever. No. We are going to walk away the bigger person in these situations by pausing before we speak and thinking about what our words will do to the person hearing them. Are we accusing them of things that might not be true, that might just be our opinion or our side of things? Because there's a better way to communicate that instead of, you did this, this, and this, and how could you? You know, you could say it really hurts when something like this happens and you talk about the situation, and then there was an opportunity for the other person to do this, and that didn't happen. And the reason why that hurt is because I was expecting you to do this instead. And I'm just wondering why you chose the actions or behaviors that you did, because I thought maybe you'd go this other direction with it. It's taking ownership about your expectations too, you know, and it's important. So pause before you speak, because there are many opportunities for greatness in all of this that you were thinking about right here. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of love. And I think that this person or whoever you're thinking about, or situation in which you're thinking about, you adore it so much because it mirrors really what you want for yourself. You can see that, but are you looking through a distorted mirror? That's a really important question. And the only way you discover that is by really writing down what it is that you want for yourself and how you expected to get there. Are you on track? Are you doing it in an honorable way? I don't know. That's for you to figure out, not me. But your goals. What things you have to hold on to, or I suggest that you should hold on to. The 5 of Wands in reverse. And this one, what does this one say? Strife. 5 of Wands in reverse, the goals. You aren't trying to level up in your career space or relationship space to be on top and the top dog and like the richest man in the room. That's not your deal. You want everybody to succeed in their own way. Of course, you've spent a lot of time paying into other people's success and energies. So you do like having the opportunity to work as a team, to be a partner of things. So I encourage you to hold on to that. And when you do have confrontations with others, you really need to pause and go, okay, what are my long-term goals, you know, after this conversation is over? Do I want this conversation to better my relationship with this person? Or is it going to totally blow it up? Like, you need to just, you know, evaluate. What do you want out of these situations? Because I don't think that you want conflict. The final one, it's kind of funny that this came up. Time to think outside the box. The box. It did. We really talked about that, didn't we? Of how you need to approach it differently when you're communicating with people. So I do think you need to take a chill pill sometimes, especially when you're really pissed off at people, and tell them, like, hey, I'm too heated to have this conversation right now, and I really care about you, or I really care about this situation, so we'll talk about it later. I hope you understand, because I don't want to burn any bridges with you. We can burn some other things, but let's just not burn some bridges, you know? All right, so that's what I've got for you, Group 1. Let me know how this reading resonated. If you leave a comment, that super helps me with fighting the algorithm that wants to keep me down. Fight the man! Give me a like. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to check back. We will be doing a bunch of readings this week all about how to let shit go. So we'll see you next time. Bye. What's going on, Group 2? Are you ready to get dirty with it? That was really cheesy, but we're gonna be talking all about letting shit go. And I must say my heart is racing in my chest right now because I'm absolutely terrified. This deck is not exactly safe for work. So if you are easily offended by imagery, this is not the pile for you. Go back and pick a different one. Go, go, go. But for the rest of you cool people, let's get into this. I'm going to shuffle the cards. We're going to put those aside because these are the things we're actually going to be holding on to. So we'll just hold on to those. But before we get into all that, we'll talk about all this stuff that you're going to be needing to let go of. So while I shuffle, go grab that notebook, that water. It may be a while. The last reading was, it was a long one. So I will get to shuffling. We'll talk about what all placements mean in just a sec. Okay, group 2, this is gonna be some tea. Let's see. So for letting go of society's nonsensical rules that you've been living by, you've got the Queen of Cups. And the imagery, especially on this one, is like, you know, the kind of housewife that you see written by men. the like, she did all the dishes and she did the laundry and she looked absolutely perfect and she was waiting by the front door with my whiskey for me. I don't know why I'm all about whiskey. The last reading was about that too, so I don't know, but you need to stop playing by that rule book because you are really not allowing your own talents to shine and grow, and it's only allowing your space to be extremely, for lack of a better way to put this, it's like almost one-dimensional. Like you're so focused on that, on serving and helping others, that you forgot to put time and energy into yourself and kind of grow yourself as a person, because just being all water, that can be great because you're very in tune with your emotions, your intuition. You can be very empathetic towards others. You can be very nurturing, all of that. But you can also have too much of that where you don't know how to defend yourself against people who are being extremely manipulative, or you don't necessarily know how to put down roots in a place and really grow a business because you kind of play it by ear as accordance to what your emotions tell you to do. We're going to let that shit go. All right. You need to write out your to-do list. You need to recognize when maybe a situation feels kind of off to you because you realize that you're giving somebody else a lot more than they've ever given you and they have no intention to give you. You need to tell yourself, it's okay if I don't give this person 300% of my time. I deserve my time too. I deserve my energy too. I deserve to ground the emotions that don't serve me so that I can be more like free-spirited and dreamy and that kind of thing, all right? Stop gaslighting yourself, bro. You know better. That person, whoever you are kind of like doing this for, and especially like, look, she's looking at this dude in bed and it says, please delete my browser history. Six of Cups is about those kind of bonds that you've had for lifetimes. Interesting. I just now noticed this. You have Queen of Cups to start and end your reading. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, we were talking about this dude right here, this bro. He or this person is one of those people that has burned you in the past, or you've maybe felt that they were doing something shady and you didn't have any proof of it or anything like that, but you just had this feeling, you had the intuition going on. You need to stop gaslighting yourself. You need to stop believing their gaslighting techniques because they are hiding something. Flat out, they are hiding something. And you have been so ready to help them meet their needs, and you've been so ready to, take off their shoes and put on their slippers when they get home because you want them to be comfortable. But they don't give two F's about your comfort levels. You know, it just gives me that vibe of somebody who's sneaking around doing things that they know they shouldn't be doing that would hurt your feelings, but they don't really care because they're getting some pleasure out of it. Please don't forget to communicate your boundaries. Speaking of boundaries, is letting go of grudges. We have another cup. We got the 5 of Cups. I'm gonna miss you, asshole. This is about processing emotions and stuff that you've been holding on to that have been weighing you down, like old breakups, childhood trauma that you've been working through that you're kind of on the cusp of overcoming and understanding and realizing how it affects your adulthood now. You are ready to bury it. You're ready to leave that in the desert, never to be seen again. And girl, you buried it good because nobody's going to be finding those bones, right? I do see that if it is somebody who has hurt you in the past and you keep going back and like, yeah, well, I'll forgive your past indiscretions because I know that you love me as much as I love you, even though they haven't proven it. You are still in that space where it's like, well, they might change. No, they're not going to change. They're not. They're going to keep getting away with it if they can get away with it. They're going to keep gaslighting you and making you feel like you're the crazy one because you're an emotional person, right? They're going to use that against you, which is absolute BS, and nobody should ever do that to you. Nobody should ever do that to anybody, but nobody should do that to you. You don't deserve it. And so you need to recognize, like, hey, these things happened. I still have not been able to rebuild my trust, or, I actually have proof of things happening now, and you've been lying to me for years. All of these things, write up those divorce papers or pack up your stuff or get ready to pay into yourself and get away from that dude, okay? Because he's going to come out of it and he's going to need you to fucking take care of him. His bad decisions, they're bad decisions. I don't know why I'm attacking men right here. I'm sorry. They're bad decisions and you're going to have to take care of them? No. You deserve better than that. You are not doing that, all right? Put your foot down. You are going to go, hey, I'm a boss ass bitch. I don't need anybody to dig a hole for me because I got this. I don't need you. I do not need you. You do not need them, okay? And you do not need to help them get back on their feet after they did you wrong. They need to figure their shit out. They need to go to their own therapy sessions. They don't need you to be pushing them to do this. If you have to push somebody to take care of themselves, you're always going to have to mother them. Do you want to be their mother? Do you want to be their parent? Or do you want to be their equal? And do you want them to be able to show up for you when you need somebody to push you that extra mile, when you need somebody to bring you soup because you're sick? Like, you deserve this, right? Like, you deserve that. So if they're going to be playing games, if they're going to be doing all the secrety bullshit, they can get to step in, all right? And that's how you let go of these grudges. You just don't put any more time and energy into it. No more thoughts, no more emotions. You do what you need to do to start putting one foot after the next to leave this shit behind, to start processing this shit, because you cannot process anything that you hold on to constantly. Just saying. Da, 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 da. Letting go of loyalties to undeserving people. I don't know why I had to sing that, but I did. It's the Knight thing, I think. Knight of Wands. I think I love you. Who the fuck are you? So it goes back to me thinking that, whoever this is, non-gender specific, they did you dirty, and they are still doing you dirty, and they're going to continue to play those games, and they're doing it with people they don't even care about. They're doing it, with like no names, and you deserve a hell of a lot better than that. You do. So stop being loyal to them. Recognize that you have so much to give. And you can love yourself in ways that this person wasn't ready to show up for you for. And when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, they'd rather die than tell you the truth. Come on now. Come on. Okay? Stop being a good little sub. This is your damn house. Take a bath in it. Oh my God, I feel like I know who this is for. The Hanged Man and Four of Wands. I think you need to spend that time on yourself and recognize that you are really fucking worth the R&R, the care. Bring yourself your own damn bath bombs, buy your own flowers, and this card is giving major strength vibes, but it's the Hanged Man, and it looks like a very strong person holding somebody else by the nuts. Not a suggestion here, but it might be a suggestion. You need to stop letting this person dictate how you live. And they are gonna want your help. They are gonna wanna have you, mommy them when they were the ones who fucked up. They're gonna say, like, I'm so fucked up in the head, and now I've got nobody, and blah, 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 and I need you, you make me a better person. And you're over here like, yeah, but I also make me a better person. And I haven't done anything to break my own trust. And I don't continue to lie to myself when you're not in my life. Don't let them lie to you. Get that Hanged Man other view on things, it's that flipping the script, but it's because you have the knowledge that you need, you have the information you need, you have the proof that they were doing shit, you found what was on that browser history, and you are not going to waste your time worrying anymore about what this person is doing when they're not with you, because guess what? You don't fucking care. That's their life now, I guess, because they didn't respect you enough to show up for you and be honest and respectful to you. So you are going to make your own money and spend it exactly how you want. And you should, because you deserve it. You're going to use your energy on you. You're going to use your emotions on you to be the most baddest person the world has ever seen. All right? That is an order. This one. Letting go of that inner critic. You're gonna fucking win the jackpot. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. It's gonna hurt. I'm not lying to you. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna need to talk to your friends. You're gonna need to, have a backup plan your exit, the whole thing before you just ditch the snake. But it's gonna be okay. And I think you keep telling yourself that if it doesn't work out with this person, there's never going to be a good relationship for me. Maybe this person you've been with forever, high school sweethearts or whatever. You've been together with them for a long time. But when you are paying into yourself and you recognize that the only energy that you were getting from other people was fake because they were constantly trying to hide things from you, man, is it so nice to not have those dumbass worries anymore about stuff that you knew, your intuition knew, and you were sitting here gaslighting yourself, telling yourself that this was not happening, this isn't how they are anymore, blah, 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 blah. You wanted to believe them. You wanted to go, yo, people can change. I'm proof people can change. And I'm not saying that not everybody can change. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if this person has struck out so many times and continues to deceive you, and they have proven time and time again that they would rather deceive you than be honest with you, who knows what the fuck they've been hiding from you? You only know about certain things. Who knows? So you don't need that. You don't. And you need to confront that inner critic that is telling you that this is what you are worth and go, nah, I'm a fucking goddess, all right? I am lucky. I bring the things that I want to myself because I know how to use my energy to manifest what I want. But you got to get grounded with it. The One of Pentacles is like establishing those roots, and You can't establish roots for yourself if you've been spending all your time on somebody else's garden. Okay? So keep that in mind. But yeah, make that bet on you, boo. All right? That's how you fight your inner critic. Bet on you. Because your inner critic's over here telling you that you don't deserve better. And I'm here to ask you, why? Why don't you deserve better? I think you deserve better, so go get it. Go get the better. Letting go of heartache. Oh, damn. And it's covered in hearts. Baby, you got to stop using those emotions on this person, okay? You need to, I really do think that you need to cry it out. You might need to talk to a professional who can help you navigate the emotions that come with parting ways with this energy. And you may need to spill the tea. You may need to be as honest as you can fucking be. You know what I mean? And not just with others, but with yourself. And forgive yourself for believing all the gaslighting that you've been putting yourself through, because that's the big thing. That's been causing you anxiety, creating panic attacks. You really got to forgive yourself for all of that. And know that you're worth so much more. All right? You are worth so much more. And the people that show you that you're worth a lot, hang out with them. Trust them. Even if they're not your favorite people in the whole world, if they're showing up and giving you their energy and trying their best to be somebody that is worth having in your life, allow that to mean something to you. It may not be that happily ever after that you were hoping for, that you were promised, that kept getting taken away from you. It may not look anything like what you had expected it to look like, but that's good. You know, expectations, sometimes they're made to be broken because we don't know yet what incredible opportunities are going to be presented to us in a year from now. Maybe the things that don't work out for you right now are because there is something that is just waiting for you to just go, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm good. I'm done. And who's to say that that isn't you? Right? You could have a completely different life. Like, you could be somebody who has been staying home and being the best partner that you can be for somebody who's just being a total snake and a shady ass person, right? And you decide that you're done with that. And you start taking cruises around the world. You start adventuring. You start living your life because you recognize you only get this one and it's yours. It's yours, okay? Embrace that. Pay into that. Spend time doing the shit that makes you feel joy, okay? You deserve that. And if somebody else is like, hey, why didn't you make my dinner? Why are you sitting in here dancing to music like you were supposed to be cooking? If you're an adult, cook your own meal. All right? Right. Let's talk about the things that we need to hold on to. The cool little ones that look like a picnic. So I'm going to turn it all over because I forgot what I pulled. Okay. So the friends, the things you need to hold on to for your friends. And this one, I saw this, I was like, bitch, you just need to hold on to your friends. Excuse my language. I'm over here just dropping bombs, but you need to hold on to your friends because these people are the best people in the whole damn world. They don't judge you. They do not judge you. Remember that. They understand that you probably gaslit yourself because you wanted this to work out. You put all your heart, blood, sweat, and tears into this, you know, and like, they understand. You deserve to be loved. They love you. You deserve to be loved. Your friends see that. They see you are the world. You nurture them. They want to nurture you right back, you know, and they want to, it's like that chosen family. I just got chills everywhere. It's like that chosen family. You and your friends are everything. And they are the people that you need to be really turning to as you're processing all of that hurt and heartache, because they're gonna be there helping you drag that body out into the desert and burying that shit, babe. Like, they're there for you, okay? And they're not gonna judge you for going through what you're going through, because we all do this to ourselves at one point or another. It may not be the same situation, but we've all gaslit ourselves one way or another. So just believe in yourself, believe in your friends. And when you don't believe in yourself, talk to your friends, because they believe in you. All right? Okay, so self. Okay. You need to believe in yourself. So this one was the telling that inner critic to shut the fuck up, right? And this is what to hold on to for yourself. Remember how I was saying you were telling yourself that you don't deserve great things and that you're going to be stuck in this, you're never going to have any other opportunities ever again? The Wheel of Fortune. Bitch, what goes up must come down. What goes down will eventually come up. You are gonna grow from all of this, and your tenacity and your understanding that there is a balance in life is going to help you get through this. It's going to help you bury all of that. It's going to be the tea that you need, really. So trust that just because you were parting ways with something that was super great for you, it doesn't mean that this was the only time something great is going to happen for you. And it also doesn't mean that if you come across somebody in the future who makes your heart happy and you want to do all of the very sweet things for and, you know, be that amazing care and provider for them, it does not mean that they're going to take advantage of it, all right? Just because somebody did doesn't mean everybody's like that. Some people look at this person who is the sun in their eyes, you know, that bright wheel of fortune, that jackpot, and they want to show up and they want to love it for exactly what it is. You definitely get that from friends, all right? So maybe the next person you fall romantically for, see if they treat you like how your friends treat you. That should be the bar. You know, like, they need to be above that bar. If they don't even treat you how well your friends treat you, it's only downhill after first impressions, babe. It is. It's only downhill from there. But I know dating in this modern world can be kind of scary, and everybody's on a bunch of different platforms, and you never know who's talking to who and all of that. Just remember that if that's not your thing, there are also other people out there who don't like that thing either. You just have to figure out where to find them. And when you do figure out where to find them, will you let me know? Because I'm not into that kind of thing either. So I don't know. Anyway, so your things to hold on to, your goals. Letting shit go. Cannot make this up. Yeah, it's time to process those cups, babe. That's all I have to say to you is it's time to process those cups. And you do have the goals of letting these emotions that have been weighing you down, you have these goals of letting them go. So I think that if you are not somebody who has already turned to therapy, you will be. And I think that you are probably somebody who journals, probably somebody who takes the time to self-reflect, probably somebody who gets overwhelmed by your emotions. And in those moments, it might be really hard to self-reflect. But you've got stuff to let go of, and you've been working on it, and your friends definitely recognize that about you. And on the days that gets really tough, those cups get really heavy, don't forget to turn to your friends, because they want the world for you, okay? They want you to have that happily ever after that you see for yourself, because they think that you deserve it. Okay? Hi, friend, you deserve it. Fuck, man. Okay. You don't even need a business license to start an online store. The scammer's paradise. Stop spending your time and energy on people who are scamming you. Okay, note to self. Stop it. You know better. And I know it really fucking hurts probably to hear from a complete random place on the internet, but you know better, babe. It's time to walk away from this because it's only leaving you feeling really sad, taken advantage of. And like, I don't know if you've seen them on YouTube, but there's this one actress and model, and she does this series of shorts called like The Billionaire's Girlfriend. This reading gives that vibe of your partner is cheating on you, but they tell you they're not, and you just naively believe it because you want to believe it, even though you know better, but you want to believe it because you would never do somebody like that. And so you would hope that somebody would show you that same respect. Unfortunately, not everybody is as honorable as you. But you are, and you give me hope in this world. So don't forget your shine, okay? You are the sun, you are the moon, you are the stars. And whoever is taking advantage of you, they can GTFO. That's what I got for you today, group 2. Take care of yourself, all right? And I don't know. If they're not telling you the truth, I know it's kind of shady to like go install GPS tracker on somebody's phone or something, but you need some sort of confirmation so that you can just have closure, you know, and you deserve that. You do deserve to have closure. You shouldn't be having to mull this over constantly. And I'm going to stop rambling on and on and on about it. But if you enjoyed this reading, I will be putting out a bunch more throughout the week, all about letting shit go. So you can find those over in the shorts. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey there, Pile 3. I hope you're having a good day. We are going to be getting really dirty today. So I don't know if you are like me, but let's burn shit. Let's let it go. We are going to be talking about a bunch of stuff today, like how you can let go of society's nonsensical rules, stop gaslighting yourself, all this fun stuff. And then I've got some really helpful things that you should still hold on to. This will be the nice punch after getting kicked in the gut a few hundred times. This deck is mean, by the way, so if you chose this one, you really must like being told what to do because this deck's mean. But anyway, I'm going to shuffle and we'll be right back and talk about what everything means. Group 3 50-cent tarot is coming for your throat, just to be clear here. Sit down, bro. Okay, we are going to talk all about this. 7 of Needles. Society's nonsensical rules that you've been living by, and you need to stop it. You have kind of given people the free pass when they do stuff that's super shady, even though you know better. And your free pass card that you give them is, well, this is business. This is good business. This is what you do in order to be successful. So, you know, you have to kind of deceive or embellish the truth a little bit in order to succeed, and you kind of hype stuff up that maybe you've not tried before. I get like influencer vibes, you know. I think that you are coming from a place of wanting to be authentic first. So if you're going to talk about something, you don't want to just say what everybody else is saying about it. You want to actually educate yourself on it, test out the product first, or go to whatever event that these people are talking about and, you know, write your own review kind of thing. And you don't want to be caught saying one thing and doing another. And you see that everywhere right now. I don't know where you live in the world, but where I'm at, we have people denouncing drag queens who are also drag queens. So it's just you're not about that. You don't want to be two-faced. You don't want to be digging through the trash and then pretending like you were a spotless diamond. Like, nah, you're not about that. Don't be two-faced. And I think you're letting go of that. Like, you were having people really prove themselves to you, and you're at that point in relating with others where actions mean a hell of a lot more than anything they could say. And you are also living that truth as well. So good on you. Continue that, and just don't be a sellout. Like, have ethics and morals with stuff you say. Test it out first. Okay. Sorry, it's really dry where I'm at. I'm drinking water. I hope that doesn't bug you. Anyway, you know better, so friggin' stop gaslighting yourself. The sun, happiness, joy, optimism, whee! All this fun stuff. I think it's a iguana riding a horse. Yeah, that's the imagery there. You're the iguana. Another thing it says on here is mania. So what I am picking up as far as like stop gaslighting yourself is there's these high moments that you've been experiencing. It might be relating with other people, like you're having a super good time with somebody, but you know that they have a tendency to be very abusive with their language towards you or behaviors towards you. And this high might be how they make up for bad behavior in the past, or, you know, a pizza party after you were totally taken advantage of by your boss, made to work overtime 60 hours this week, even though you're only getting paid for 40. But the pizza party ain't gonna do shit, bro. Like, come on, actually reward me. You are no longer accepting empty gestures. And like I said before, you just want the actions to line up with the intention, and you're paying attention to actions more than you are words. So if there is somebody, I don't know, I get it, like this career place kind of like white collar crime thing going on where you're just getting taken advantage of, or maybe you sign a contract that they want you to sell stuff that it's not in alignment with who you are at all. And they expect you to do all this stuff with the promise that you're going to get a good bonus or a vacation day or a pizza party. I don't know. But you need to stop telling yourself that that's okay. Like, if the 90% of your time and energy that you're spending on this thing, whether it's work-related, relationships, just even how you treat yourself, you could be gaslighting yourself, saying like, yeah, this is so healthy for me if I work out for 6 hours straight and don't eat anything. You're gonna have a major crash afterwards and not be able to move for the next 3 days and regret life, right? So whatever this is, you need to move out of that because you deserve a lot better. Remember that, right? You're 3. Remember that. 3 is my favorite number. Don't let me down. Okay, letting go of grudges. This is very important. 6 of Cups, that is, so it says innocence, joy, playfulness, but that's also like nostalgia and your, like, lifelong friends, family bonds, memories from when you were a kid that really bring back good or bad feelings. You know, you never know. That's the grudge zone. Grudge zone? We're going with it. That's the grudge zone for you. You need to let bygones be bygones? Let bygones be bygones. Wow, I'm so tongue-tied today. You need to let bygones be bygones and let the water go under the bridge, okay? Because it's not worth it. I heard a saying one time that blood is thicker than water, but water is more useful. And I feel like that's really what applies here is like, you have issue with somebody from your past or somebody did something wrong to you and you just kept it in the back of your mind. Maybe it's not like a full-fledged issue, but you're aware of their bullshit. And I think that it's time to just kind of go, okay, well, that's who you are, but like you really have no power over me because you might be my aunt, but my chosen family has always been there for me. So you're going to go be a hot mess. I'm going to go do something else with my time and let them do their thing. Like you see forgiveness right here upside down. What else does it say? Serious, independence. So it's somebody that you just don't really like. And I feel like it's somebody in your family that you just don't really like. You don't have to hang out with them. You don't have to constantly show up when they need you in case of emergency. They will eventually find somebody else to take that role for them in their lives. But you also don't need to let walking away hold any power over you, like feeling guilty in regards to walking away from this tie, because you do have people that you've chosen in your life that you do want to spill the tea with and have a good old time and make new memories. Get back to that, because having that innocence is great, and letting those grudges go is great too, because people change and maybe you haven't talked to that person in years. They may be a completely different person now because they grew the F up or whatever. And you can gauge that when you talk to them, if you've talked to them recently, how different they are, and decide whether or not you want that for your life. But you don't have to put energy into it to actively be bitter. Be salty. I don't really know. Like, you just don't want to just be sitting here like, no, F that person. They're horrible. Like, they're part of the family we don't talk about. Like, just don't talk about them. Just, they are nobody. Bye. All right. Letting go of loyalties to undeserving people. What was I just talking about? I feel like we covered that with the Six of Cups, but the Emperor, you got the power. You have the authority to make decisions for your own fucking life. Tell that to yourself again. You have the authority to make the decisions for your own fucking life. If it does not serve you, let it go. You don't have to sit here being mad about it, but let it go. Like if it's a job. Well, they've been taking advantage of you. They need you there 60 hours a week because they can't afford to hire anybody else. Okay, cool. Well, I'm only getting paid 40 hours a week, so this actually drops my pay rate a lot. I'm going to apply to a different job that actually will pay me the appropriate pay rate for the work that I'm doing. Oh, look, they want to hire me. Then you go back to your boss and show them, like, hey, can you meet this pay rate? Yes? No? And then if they agree to your terms or don't, you have all the power. You get to decide what it is that you want for yourself. Same thing goes for Auntie, whoever it is that you're not talking to right now. You have the right to choose who you spend time with. And I live in America, and where I am at in my life and culturally where we seem to be at as a collective is a lot of people are rejecting the traditional holidays that we've had and celebrated for decades, if not hundreds of years. And because of that, we're able to make new holidays or new celebrations that we are going to surround ourselves with people that we align with better. And I mean, just look at a calendar. There's a billion holidays. Just pick 5. There you go. That's parties for the next half year. You have the right to choose how you celebrate your life and with whom you celebrate your life with. And that's even in regards to work. So hold on to that. All right. You're going to stop being a good little sub. This is your fucking house. Okay, 7 of Cups. Wishful thinking, opportunities, choices. What else is on here? Confusion is upside down. Fantasy is upside down. Illusion is upside down. We also got Dreamer. This card, especially you can see here, like there's a new item in every single cup. You got a dragon, a horn, a snake, a chess piece, a skull, time itself. You have all of the opportunities around you. You've got the skills you need. You've got the personality that would attract the right kind of people your way. And you are brave enough to be yourself, which is pretty fucking rare nowadays. So please congratulate yourself that you are not a two-faced raccoon over here. You are doing it. You are being a real, genuine self. Educate yourself, though. Like, I feel like you need to know what options are out there, and you need to know the pros and cons of those options before you take that leap, because you don't want to be gaslighting yourself again in a different situation where you don't have the history to back up your requests. So like a pay raise or something, you can't necessarily go into a new place and ask for a pay raise within a month. That's not how that goes. So you just need to know and be sure to read the fine print on all the opportunities that come your way. Also, don't get too fixated on one option until you've dissected, is this coming from a place of ego that I feel so attached to this, or is this coming from a place of just really feeling on the same level as this opportunity to where I can not only adapt quickly, but grow exponentially if I take this option versus I could take this other option and oops, accidentally drink poison. Don't do that. Okay. So make sure that you are doing the tests on the things, really examining what's in the cup before you consume that and nothing but that. So stop being a little sub. All right. It's your house. Letting go of that inner critic. 3 of Cups, friendship, community, collaboration. Stop talking to that evil aunt or that boss who's like, oh no, you're everything to us. That's why we're giving you an extra slice of pizza for your 30 hours of free labor. Talk to your friends. They're going to be able to help you find new job opportunities. They're going to help you find new celebration opportunities. And we all need a good celebration every now and then. They are going to help you not feel like you're abandoning everything that you've ever known or your family or anything like that, because you are very aware that they are your chosen family. They are your community. They can collaborate with you to help you reach your highest self. You know, they want to help you gather your building blocks instead of go, well, you know, my daughter did it this way. You should be doing it that way too. You don't need that energy. Get out of here. Crazy Aunt Joe. Like, get out of here. I don't know why I'm after this auntie. I don't know. If you got an auntie that's driving you crazy, let me know. Anyway, letting go of heartache. The Lovers. I thought that was really interesting. I almost started laughing when that one popped out. Relationships. Commitment. What do we have? Crossroads. Infidelity. Self-love. Separation. And disharmony. I think that you allow these people to take advantage of you and feed you that snake oil and give you all those false promises because you haven't shown yourself love and acceptance like you're hoping from other people. Sorry if that was a little bit of ripping the Band-Aid off, but it's time to do that. It's time to show yourself love. It's time to dust off that resume and reflect on all the bomb-ass things that you've done in your life. I know you're going to write a upstanding resume that is full of truth because you're not about faking it. And people see that. And sometimes a resume is just meeting the right person at a networking event instead of turning in a full-blown resume, but have that resume set up for yourself so that you can just email it to somebody right away, even just a little QR code. Just boop, there you go. You need to show yourself that love. You need to uphold your boundaries and go, if you aren't going to show up for me, you don't get my time and energy. And if you aren't going to honor my time and energy and compensate it accordingly, you don't get my time or energy. So, and start giving yourself that time and energy. I know some people might be financially strapped and that's why they're in the situation to begin with. Communicate to those friends. Like I told you, they can help you think outside the box in ways that you haven't thought of to overcome the issues where you keep putting yourself down, where you keep allowing that inner critic to just tear you apart and tell you you're not worthy of something better, or everybody's family has somebody that drives us crazy and we all just need to tolerate the abuse. No, you don't. You don't. You have every right to decide how you spend your life. And if somebody is not going to talk about you or to you in a respectful way, they don't get your time. Your time is very valuable. What you do is very valuable. Just ask Google. They are selling it to everybody. Okay, enough of politics. Let's talk about what you should hold on to. And then we're going to get to the note to self after, because Game On is serious medicine for a little tiny deck. Serious slaps. Okay. Things to hold on to. Friends. We've got the Rats card, which is like the mice card in the Lenormand. And that's all about being social and having people that you can talk to that they all have the same goal as you. Your community is interwoven. You all need to work together in order to have a very healthy society, and you all understand that. And I really do see friendship a lot for you. And I do think that it is that happiness and joy and that nostalgia feeling, like, you know, you've got these two cards back here. I think that you are coming from a place of just wanting to make connections that last for as long as possible. And I don't think you're the kind of person that feels comfortable jumping from job to job or going to new holiday events that, like you don't want to go to somebody else's house for Christmas because you like celebrating it with your family. But I think that you could really benefit from broadening the horizons as far as the way you celebrate life and the people that you love. Okay? Doesn't have to be a dreaded situation. Things to hold on to for yourself. Chiromancy. So this is like palm reading. And I love this because I get this gesture, like, you know, you giving your hand to somebody else. I think that you are actually keeping your thoughts close to your chest. I think that you aren't trying to be out here letting everybody read you right now, because if they did, they would see that you have hope for something better, and you just don't trust the snakes in the grass. You just don't. And that's fair. And you don't need to let everybody know how you work and how your brain ticks, because there are some people up here trying to take advantage of that and trying to promise you the whole world without intention to follow through. So I love that you are keeping your energy close to yourself. But if you do have trusted friends that you can talk to, that you know are there to help you gather what you need in life and really secure that sweet spot, they're people that you can, you can like, hey, take my hand, let's go. But I do love that you're kind of keeping your thoughts close to your chest. Don't forget to do things like journaling. If you want to educate yourself on how to gain more power in workplace dynamics or how to let go of narcissistic people in your life, there's tons of YouTube resources. I would suggest looking at certified coaches or therapists' websites that you can vet with their certifications in the description. That way you know that if you are going to a source for therapy, that it is well-intended and it's coming from a place of lots of research and just studies on it. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Okay. Goals. Things to hold on to for goals. We got the gallows upside down. Mind you, these two are in reverse. That whole deck is not in reverse. So I thought that was really interesting that it's like stop committing yourself to death for these things that are not nurturing you in ways that you need. Like they're just leaving you feeling like there's not enough hours in the day to get everything done, or that you're just not worthy of having a good life or a good job or a good partner or whatever it is that you consider good in life that makes you have that will to live. You are claiming it for yourself. And you are holding on to those goals and you are remembering who you are instead of all of the negative Nellies in the world's opinions. You are not taking your boss's words as fact because guess what? There are other people hiring. So let's go. Where do we go? Please be mindful. Do not just be like, I'm quitting this place before you have a job. Have that job lined up, have that contract signed. I'm sure you know this already, but in case you don't, I don't want you quitting a job because the tarot reader on the internet told you. But anyway, I don't need to take these up. We need to talk about note to self. Game on. I got really nervous about like the idea of somebody quitting all of a sudden. Don't do that. Okay, game on. While not every moment is going to be a win, it can be a learning lesson. Your wiser self. I do think that you are learning wherever you are right now, this energy that you're putting into this thing that's just making you so burnt out and making you have to contemplate being somebody you're not. I do think you're realizing there's another way to go about it. You just have to take that leap, have faith in it, and be okay with these things not working out. Because if you think about it, why would you be really stoked about a toxic situation working out for you for 15 years? Yay, I tolerated horrible work conditions for 15 years. I'm so proud of myself. No, Bo, no, we're not doing that. So get that resume together. Don't go on places that bosses check out constantly to potentially find a new job. Maybe use a new email so that they can't search that kind of thing. But cover your tracks, talk to your friends. They'll help you get out of this mess. They'll help you battle those internal negative voices that have been telling you that you don't deserve everything good. All right, so we will see you next time. Don't forget, all this week we will be having more readings on letting shit go. And you can find those in the shorts or check back and find out some more fun stuff. I've got a special reading coming out at the end of the week, so keep an eye out for that. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Well, hey there, Pile 4. I hope you were having a wonderful day. At least I hope you were before you got here, because we're going to be diving into some heavy shit. I hope you are ready to get dirty, because it's going to be some work. It's going to be a lot of work, but we do have some fun messages at the very end of things that you will want to hold on to. So I will hold on to those over there. And I'm going to shuffle these cards, and we will talk about what everything means in just a second. Very, very interesting. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is heavy. Okay, let's talk about society's nonsensical rules that you've been living by. These two. 2 of Cups and 3 of Swords. It doesn't matter that relationships leave you feeling hurt and burned. You're supposed to be in a relationship. Our lives are about being with somebody, and you need to always show up and give 300%, even if they've burned you in the past. Oh, bitch, throw that shit out. Let's get rid of that mantra. You are okay. First off, you're fine. And you don't need to be in a relationship to find happiness in life. You don't need to have relationships with other people in order to make your aspirations achievable. You just need to believe in yourself, and maybe you are the kind of person that in order to get over a relationship, you dive into a new relationship. It's a rebound thing. I don't think that's a good idea. I would not do that. I would give yourself some time to heal, because otherwise you will learn that relationships equal pain and heartache. You will learn that because you are not spending the time to build a actual connection. You're just trying to fill the void, and that is not good. So don't do that. Let that idea go. You can be a happy solo dolo for a little bit, or you can be happy in a relationship and get over heartache as well. Heartache does not mean the end of the relationship, but it does mean that you probably should get some therapy. I don't know why I push therapy so much. Oh yeah, I do, because we need it. So yeah, don't tell yourself that you have to hold space for really shitty behavior on repeat. No, people need to level up, and that also means that if you are the offender in this situation, you need to level up. We got this. We're grown-ups. Let's go. I hope you're over 18. Be over 18. We're adults here. I say a lot. Anyway, you know better, so stop gaslighting yourself. 4 of Hazards in reverse. This is the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles usually talks about how you want to kind of conserve your energy or materials, money, until you have enough to feel secure in things, or even like lack mindset. This, I feel like you tell yourself that you're never going to have enough, and that no matter what, the floor is going to fall out beneath your feet. I think you need to pause. I think you need to take a big breath and tell yourself that you are good with money. You can save for a rainy day while still having opportunities for fun. Doesn't mean it needs to be super expensive, but you can have that. And if it is a relationship that you are looking for to make money matters better, I hope we're only talking about business and not love. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. But maybe you are the kind of person that feels like you can't survive in this world if you don't have a romantic partner who's also going to pay their half of the bills. Like maybe that's the incentive, the drive there. I think that you need to maybe consider multiple streams of income if that is your stress, or also consider roommates, the platonic kind that you don't have to have a romantic tie with, because that could end up being your lifelong best friend. You never know. But there are ways to make your money go farther. You just have to, sometimes you even have to just talk to a good financial advisor or somebody that is actually really good with their money. Not somebody who says they're good with their money. No. Somebody who's actually good with their money. They're going to tell you how much of your income should be for various things like your car expense, your housing, your utilities, all of that. Somebody who can break that down for you and show you how much you will still save at the end of the month. That's a good friend to have. Talk to them. Instead of trying to have a relationship to fix that aspect. And I'm not saying that's everybody here. That may just be one or two of you, but I do get this vibe of just constantly telling yourself that you're not going to have the same opportunities if you stay single. Like, it's just going to be a harder life. And it can be if you are striving for certain things like being a parent or something, that can be a little bit harder as a single person. But if it's a thing of growing your bag and still living comfortably and coming home and having somebody you can trust that is there, that's just about networking, meeting the right person to roommate with or right people to work with. So yeah, don't tell yourself that you can't do it on your own, because I think you can. Letting go of grudges, the Hierophant. Let's see, there's something on this TV here. It says rescue stations. And then it's got a list of different schools, hotels, all of that. I think in order to get over grudges, this is kind of weird thought, but I'm going with it. You have to think about how you would treat people in an emergency situation. If you have people in your life that you would not for any reason help out in a zombie apocalypse, maybe those people just don't need to be in your life anymore. Just a thought. I think that if you are still pissy at somebody, but you're like, I would save them from a zombie. You need to work on that shit. You need to talk to them and you'd be like, hey, so I was thinking about it. In an apocalyptic situation, I would put my neck on the line for you, which I think means that we should probably rekindle whatever we're going through, And also think about it this way too. Is the drama that you're going through right now really worth it? Like, is it a life or death situation? Is it something that was just heat of the moment that could have been changed with having lunch before you talked or something along those lines? Look at the back of the deck, 6 cups. I think that you do need to take that time to think about how you want people in your life, and would you be there to stick up for them if they needed you? Like, this 6 of Cups is giving that energy of nobody beats up my little brother but me kind of stuff. And I think that it applies to these grudges that you've had, is like, you're pissed off at them, but if somebody came at them, you would definitely jump in on the fist fight and throw blows on behalf of your buddy. And if that's how you feel towards these people who you have grudges for, your family fights, get over it. God, get over it. No, I'm kidding. It might be a thing where you need to talk with more people around who have another opinion of the situation or saw it from a third-party perspective that can help both of you navigate through the tension. And whether that's a friend, a parent, a therapist, there are ways to communicate better so that this grudge can be buried and done with. Highly recommend it. Do it. Do it for yourself. Okay. We are going to let go of loyalties to undeserving people. 9 of Hazards. And by the way, I just really love this deck. Okay, let me see if I can get it in focus. There we go. If you will notice, Missy there is looking at this hot piece of zombie ass on the other side of that gate that's being kept out, while her dear sweet husband is over there shopping for food for them. Meanwhile, down here, you've got all of these people walking around with their little zombie slaves that are far more decomposed than this bro up here. But they're pets. They're like the dogs, basically. And the dog, I don't even think that dog is on a leash. Like, that dog has nothing to do with its life anymore because it was so devoted to people. I think that you need to stop devoting yourself to people who wouldn't have your back in a emergency. And the 9 of Hazards, which is the 9 of Pentacles, that is usually about being spiritually connected, and you just feel like when you ask for something materially, it shows up. It's there for you. It's exactly what you need when you need it. Energy. You are not being nurtured by something. The 3 of Swords indicates that as well. And the reverse 4 of Hazards or 4 of Pentacles, I just get a lot of lack. So I'm thinking it's more towards a relationship. Maybe you have given money to people in the past and you were expecting them to pay you back and they never did. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe, but just stop paying for other people's ways, because your money goes a lot farther for you when you don't spend it on frivolous shit. And yeah, I did call somebody else frivolous, but if they're over here eyeing some other option while you're buying all their groceries, what are you going to do about it? I don't think that you deserve to have a broken heart. I don't think you need to be showing up for relationships where people don't actually show up for you as well. And look at this. So, like, the imagery here, you've got this lady staring at the zombie. And then this is clearly a woman having a meal with a zombie. Somebody's brain. That bro's brain over there? I don't know, but I think that people have had a history of taking advantage of your kind heart and your desire to see people on a deeper level and give people a chance. And I think that you've given people chances multiple times and you've gotten burned by them. It's time to cut that off. Speaking of, stop being a good little sub. This is your house. This is your house. Ace of Swords. You got the target, you got the zombie, and the person fighting over the same sword, which says, for the zombie hunter. Who are you? Are you the zombie or are you the hunter? I feel like you're the hunter. And I feel like you need to be the hunter and tell the zombie to F off. And this is that innovative ideas or like complete epiphany moment, change of perspective kind of moment. And I think that you've decided that you are going to cut ties with these nonsensical ideas that you've been holding on to, that you have to show up and continually be there for somebody who's not been there for you. Otherwise, shame on you. You're a really horrible partner, spouse, sibling, parent. I don't know. But no, you are allowed to have boundaries. You are allowed to hold on to the money you work really hard for. And you're allowed to plan for a rainy day. So, Queen of Cups, letting go of that inner critic. Ooh, that's interesting, because the reverse of this would be kind of that narcissistic energy where you can be very manipulative because you want to get your way at all costs, and you will throw tantrums and use emotional manipulation tactics in order to get ahead in the situation. Of course, this is not reversed, but I'm telling you all about that for who knows why. But I think that as far as letting go of that inner critic, the Queen of Cups is also about showing emotional support. Allow yourself to hold space for your broken heart, for your optimism that something will work out in the way you envision it. Allow space for the trials and tribulations of learning how to relate with others. Cups, cups, cups. It's just like a lot of water and air energy. I'm really wondering if you do affirmations, or do you journal or anything like that? Let me know. But if you are the kind of person who is open to affirmations, something that you might want to try is remind yourself that you are lovable in or around water, or even consuming water. I was telling my friend about this earlier today, or yesterday, recently, one of these days. I was telling my friend about a little water ritual that I like to do regularly, either when I'm trying to release things or manifest things. So here's what I do, is I will get a glass of drinking water or spring water, just really nice, awesome, high quality water. And I will take my spoon, and if I'm trying to manifest or grow on the energy, or just kind of, grow something, I will spin it clockwise. If I'm trying to release something or process something, or just make it minimalized in my life, I will stir it counterclockwise. And then as I'm doing that, I am telling the water what it is that I want to either grow or let go of, or what my intentions are very clearly. And then I will drink the water, or I will pour the water in my garden. And if I'm trying to release something, I will pour it over crystals, to cleanse the water and cleanse that energy. Because a while ago, I learned that water can actually hold memory. And so I figure if I'm speaking into the water and it's holding the memory, and then I'm consuming the memory, whatever manifestation I'm trying to go for, or positive affirmation I'm trying to really drive home into my brain, I am now consuming that. It is now part of me. So it has no other option than to start working, because water is healthy for our body. And we are a lot of water in these little tiny forms, right? So try that water witching, see how it works for you. And if that is not your thing, affirmations. Tell yourself in the mirror that you're worthy of it. Tell yourself all of the beautiful things that you see about yourself. This may feel difficult in the beginning. This may feel like you're lying to yourself, but explain to me why you think that somebody does deserve to be cheated on or taken advantage of. And if that's not something you can easily explain, then why do you let people do it to you? Why do you do it to you? Don't do it to yourself. Like, give yourself love. You don't need to beat yourself up. This world is cruel enough. You need to be on your side. Letting go of heartache. King of Hazards, King of Pentacles. The imagery on this is hilarious because it is a zombie tied up, and we were talking about this whole story of zombiehood. I see this as you've decided what you want for yourself. You are materializing what it is that you want for yourself, and things that leave you brokenhearted and feeling like crap, and that energy is no longer for you, and you've realized that, and you are going to instead turn around and crush your own goals because you realize it brings money in. Yes, back to money. You're worth so much more. You don't need to be in a relationship with somebody so that you can be financially stable. Okay? You need to grow your skills. You need to network and talk to friends. You need to believe in yourself. You need to tell yourself that you are knowledgeable on these topics that you talk about with others in order to bring in new relationships or job opportunities or whatever. You are worth it. You're magic. King of Hazards, King of Pentacles, King of Grounding, King of Materials. You don't need to worry about the problems because the problems can't even get off the floor. Like, look, dude ain't got no feet. Problems ain't going anywhere. Okay? Not with you around, not with you doing your affirmations, drinking your water, doing a stir. Okay, things to hold on to. I know, I just made myself laugh. I do that all the time. If you cringe at this video, good, because I cringe way more than you because I have to edit these damn things. So cringe away, my friend, and know that I am doing it with you. Okay, anyway, things to hold on to. Friends. Is that the right one? Yes, friends. Why, oh, why didn't I read this book sooner? And it's How Do You Know When You Are Stupid? 7 of Cups. Did we? No, that was last pile. I think that your friends told you better and you denied it. And you said, no, they'll pay me back. I swear. They love me and they just got a new job, so they're going to put me as priority. Or, no, he's not a deadbeat. He's got money coming in. He's not at home playing video games all day telling me that he's at work for 40 hours a week. Nah, he's not doing that. Your friends told you, and your friends are always going to have your back first before anybody else that you bring into your friends' circle. Keep that in mind and know that when they tell you things, it's coming from a good place, even if they tell you it harshly. It's not coming from a place of they want what you have or they want to ruin what you have because they're jealous. No, that's not it. They want you to make wise decisions because they want you to be successful. And I feel like your friends might be who you have a grudge with. I feel like maybe you had a friend who was telling you like, yo, so-and-so has been cheating on you and I saw them on this dating app and here's some screenshots, and you're over here like, why would you fabricate that? And your friend is sitting here telling you like, no, like they're on there. Would you just believe me? And maybe you've committed to that relationship because you don't have anywhere else to live. You don't have a job right now. I don't know. You have all these reasons for not leaving this relationship. And your friends are sitting here going, come on, you can move in with me. Like, whatever, we'll make it work. We'll figure it out. You are better. You deserve better. Remember that. Don't let somebody play you like a fiddle unless that's what you want. But I think your friends want better for you. And don't be mad at them for telling you how it is. They're not trying to embarrass you by like yo, you're stupid for doing this thing. That's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep you out of stupid situations because they love you. And let's be real here. We've all had a friend who continues to do the stupid freaking choice, right? They love to beat a dead horse. I don't know why, but they do this. And we're always over here like, why? Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not because we don't love them or want to see great things for them. It's because we know that if they get themselves in this dumbass mess, it's on us to pull them out of it. Don't be that dumbass, okay? Like, listen to your friends for once because they love you and they're coming from a place of love. Remember that. They're coming from a place of love. And they're sitting here telling you, you don't need a romantic relationship to feel love, okay? You don't need that. We love you. We're here for it. I understand maybe we're not doing all the adult-rated stuff, but we still love you, and love is love. Love is love. Don't forget that. Okay. Hello, Death. Which one is this one? For self. Ooh, things you need to hold on for self. I like this. This is like letting go of all of that toxic behaviors, right? And allowing space for the next version of you, that 2.0. And the helmet is full of flowers. I see like rose-colored glasses when I see this. And, you know, the person's looks to be taking a picture and covered in moths. I see you having a elevated perspective on all of this stuff that's going on here as like, yeah, I needed to go through that. I needed to kind of have that moment where I thought I had to be somebody's everything, even though they weren't showing up for me. But now I know I have that big of a heart and I can give it to myself. And you are very much encouraged to work on loving yourself more, reminding yourself that you are an incredible person who is capable of so much growth and compassion and understanding and seeing things from another person's perspective and having optimism and hope. And don't ever let anybody take that from you. And how you do that is having boundaries. Like if you know somebody is not good for it, don't lend them money. Just bottom line, don't lend them money if you know that they have a history of not paying back. Don't lend them money. You've got your own stuff you need to be focusing on too. And the simple truth of it is no security is guaranteed. So having just a little bit of a rainy day fund for yourself, it is going to go a long way, because if you end up losing your job, yeah, you're going to need that $5,000 that you just gave to somebody because you're going to have to pay your rent, okay? So it's okay to put your needs first, and that is how you grow. And I'm not talking about in a total selfish way where you never help anybody ever again because you need all of this security. No, that's not what I'm talking about. You and I both know this, but you do need to stop telling yourself that everybody partakes in these shitty behaviors, so of course I'm going to have to deal with somebody who's shitty to me. No, you don't have to deal with anybody you don't want to deal with. Bottom line. Okay. Da-da-da. Goals. 2 of Pentacles. Wow, this table. Sorry, I keep like bouncing it around. I love this. It's that eclectic energy for me with this card. It's like you are passionate about quite a few things and you are working on those things regularly, and you need all of them to really balance you out. And that is, I think that's cool. I think that's very multi-dimensional kind of vibes of you, right? And I think that through all of these eclectic hobbies that you have and passions that you have, you're really going to meet people that show you there's a different way, that you don't have to lean on somebody to get over a broken heart, or you don't have to give up all of your time, money, and energy for somebody else's success. You are allowed to give a little and take a little, and it's a balancing game, and you realize that. But you're onto something, and you're onto something because you have that curiosity to try new things constantly when it comes to material gains or adventures, opportunities in life. So apply that energy towards like your relationships with others and what society has taught you to do, right? You're not a sub anymore in your own relationships. You are allowed to demand the kind of respect that you deserve. And I think in play and exploration, you're going to figure that out. Okay, last but not least, note to self. Sure, ignore me. Let's see what happens. Intuition. I'm saying, I think that grudge is all about a wandering eye and friends telling you, or your intuition can also be your friend telling you, hey, something doesn't feel right here. And you know better. You know better. Anyway, that's what I got for you, Group 4. Let me know how this reading resonated. If you liked it, please subscribe, leave a comment. That helps my channel grow. And we will see you next time. Oh, and check back, because all this week I will be posting more videos all about letting shit go. So we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.